Stay tuned as the Rams butt heads with the Bears. Coming up next on Quiz Kids.
It's the Bay Area Quiz Kids. And now, the best host on the West Coast, Brad Friedman.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Quiz Kids. And our first two teams are up to bat. Let's say hello to the Westmore Rams.
Andrew Redondo.
Brandon Nguyen.
Das Feuerwerk.
And they're taking on the Menlo Atherton Bears.
Mason Seymour.
Spencer Murphy.
Patrick Tam.
Let's give them a hand. Gentlemen, we will start with a three-for-all round. I'll ask you toss-up questions. If you get the question right, your team gets to control that round, and you get the chance to earn 25 or 50 points. Good luck to both teams. Here's your first toss-up question. A 1906 speech by Theodore Roosevelt introduced this term for reformers like Jacob Riis and Upton Sinclair. Yes, Dasball.
Muckrakers.
That is correct, for 25 points. Roosevelt borrowed the term muckraker from a character in which John Bunyan allegory? I need your answer.
Animal Farm.
No, I'm sorry, it's The Pilgrim's Progress. Next toss-up. This 1952 work claims a man can be destroyed but not defeated. In what novella does Santiago catch a large marlin that's eaten? Yes, Spencer.
The Man in the Sea.
I'm sorry, I can't accept that. You can steal. What is the name of the novella where Santiago catches a large marlin that's eaten by sharks on his way home? I need your answer.
The Old Man in the Sea.
That is correct. The Old Man in the Sea. For 25 points, which author of The Sun Also Rises wrote The Old Man in the Sea?
Yes. Hemingway.
Ernest Hemingway. For 50, the novella is set on which island? Your answer, Brandon?
The United States.
Cuba. Cuba. You earned 35 points. The next toss-up. He's Dante's guide through hell. Who was this Roman author of the Aeneid? Spencer.
Virgil.
Correct. For 25, Dante's hell is divided into how many concentric circles, each holding a different class of sinners?
It should be 7 or 8. You think it's...
10th circle of hell?
You should, okay. 10?
9.
Oh.
The next toss-up. Which nocturnal mammal's name comes from an Algonquin word for he scratches with his hands? That mammal is the raccoon. The next toss-up question. It was first used as a filter in World War I gas masks. What brand of paper products is a registered trademark of Kimberly-Clark? Dasball.
Sandpaper.
No, you can steal, M.A.
Any guess?
No idea. Wax paper?
Wax paper?
It was Kleenex.
Oh.
Here's your next toss-up. This disease is transmitted by the bite of female Aedes aegypti mosquitoes. Walter Reed receives much of the credit for defeating which viral hemorrhagic... Yes, Patrick.
Malaria?
No, I'm sorry. Which viral hemorrhagic fever was defeated? You can steal, Westmore.
Yellow fever.
Yellow fever is correct. For 25 points, fever, shivering, and convulsions are symptoms of which disease transmitted by Anopheles mosquito bites?
Malaria.
Malaria is correct. For 50 points, Anopheles and Culex mosquitoes carry the microbes for which disfiguring disease characterized by extreme swelling of the lower parts of the body?
Cysts.
No, it's elephantiasis. Here's your next toss-up. The earliest work of this kind still performed is Claudio Monteverdi's Orfeo. Give this musical term, which is actually the Latin plural of opus. Mason.
Opera?
That is right. For 25, the common name for which lower of the two most common female vocal ranges comes from the Italian word for high?
Something like alto?
Alto?
That is right.
Okay.
For 50 points, a current opera performer described as a voice of pure honey shot with gold shares her name with what 19th century advocate for women's rights?
Okay, which one do you want to guess?
Kelly.
What's Kelly?
Katie Stanton?
Stanton?
No, it was Susan B. Anthony.
Oh.
Here's your next toss-up. The U.S. and Europe lifted sanctions on this Southeast Asian country in September 2012 following democratic reforms. The U.S. still officially calls what country by the name Burma? Patrick.
Myanmar.
That is right. For 25 points, which organization founded in 1961 by Peter Benenson expressed skepticism that Myanmar actually released all of its political prisoners?
Yeah.
Amnesty International.
That is right. For 50 points, Myanmar's opposition party, the National League for Democracy, is led by which Nobel Peace Prize winner?
Defer.
Aung San Suu Kyi.
And you got 50 points, Mason. Great. 85 to 60. Here's your next toss-up. This title character forgot all about Rosaline when he met the other title character. Yes, Andrew.
Romeo.
That is right, Romeo Montague. For 25 points, Romeo lived in which Italian city where Valentine and Proteus are two gentlemen in another play?
Verona.
In Fair Verona, where we set our scene. For 50 points, at the beginning of Romeo and Juliet, a brawl between members of the Capulets and Montagues is broken up by which Prince of Verona?
Paris.
No, it's Prince Aeschylus. Your next toss-up. It's the most sparsely populated country in the world. Yes, Spencer.
Mongolia.
That is right. What? And you know this, and the audience we got a Mongolian laugh. I'm very excited. For 25 points, what Mongolian capital has a name meaning red hero?
Defer.
Ulaanbaatar.
That is right. For 50 points, Belukha Mountain is the highest peak in what range on Mongolia's western border?
Gobi.
That's not. That's
No,
a
no, no.
desert. Well, the Urals are there.
No, the Urals are.
Okay,
are there.
what were you gonna
I
say?
need your answer, Spencer.
I don't know.
The Urals.
No, it's the Altai Mountains.
Whatever.
Next toss-up. John Stamos played Uncle Jesse on Yes, Andrew.
Full House.
Correct. Eric Estrada and Larry Wilcox played motorcycle officers in the California Highway Patrol on what late 70s series? You remember? That's just a little joke. I need your answer, Brendan.
That 70s show.
So close. Chips. That's the end of the round. 95 for Westmore, 110 for MA. We've got a close game, and we'll be right back. At this point in the show, we'd like to acknowledge the coaches of both teams. First from Westmore, Mr. Alan Bronstein. And from Menlo Atherton, Ms. Sue Caton. Thank you, coaches, so much for your help. And now, we're going to play our catch-up round. I have 3 categories, and I'm going to go to the team that's behind Westmore and ask you to choose which of these categories you would like to choose. I'll ask you 7 questions. Each is worth 30 points, give you a chance to get the lead back from Menlo Atherton. Would you like to choose from foreign-born words, right answers, and out of the burbs? I'm sorry, out in the burbs, not of, in the burbs. And you choose
Foreign-born words.
foreign-born words. All right. This is a category of word origins. I would like you to give me the foreign language from which English borrowed these pairs of words. I'll give you a pair of words. Tell me the language these words come from. All right. The first question or answer is smorgasbord and ombudsman. And your answer?
Swedish.
That is correct. Mosquito and avocado.
Spanish.
That's right. Flak and hamburger.
German.
Correct. Boutique and garage.
French.
Right. Broccoli and bankrupt.
Italian.
Italian is correct. Messiah and shibboleth.
Hebrew.
Correct. This final answer will give you a 7-question sweep. Algebra and ghoul.
Arabic.
You got all 7 correct. That gives you 405 points with the bonus, and it puts Menlo Atherton in the position of trying to come up and overtake them and win this game. So I offer you the 2 categories remaining, right answers and out in the burbs.
Okay. You guys want to do?
I definitely.
Okay. Any of objections to right answers?
No.
Right answers?
Right answers. You need all 7 correct answers to win this game. In right answers, I'm going to ask you to give me a phrase or title which includes the word right, based on the definition of this phrase or title, okay? The first answer I'm looking for is described as a geometric entity measuring 90 degrees.
Right angle?
Correct. This is the theory that monarchs ruled by God's will.
Divine right?
The divine right is exactly right. This is an original Glee song where Rachel asks, but how many times will it take? You can talk it over.
It's the right one or...
Right time.
Okay.
I need your answer.
The right time?
No, the answer is get it right, which means that Westmore wins the game. Congratulations, Westmore. Well played, Menlo Atherton. We will see both of your teams back in future episodes, and we'll be back with another match in just a minute. Don't go away. Now fight. Welcome back. We have 2 new teams here for the second half of Quiz Kids. And over here we have the Archbishop Reardon Crusaders. Say your name, Evan.
Evan Fontaine.
Michael O'Brien Smith.
Elliot Lloyd.
And they're taking on the Carlmont Scots.
Sean Luna.
Sandeep Srinivas.
Josh Vagel.
Welcome, gentlemen. All right. We're going to start with the 3-for-all. I'm going to ask you a toss-up question, followed by follow-up questions if you get the correct answer. Good luck to both teams. Here's your first toss-up. In a 1999 Franco Zeffirelli film, Maggie Smith's character had tea with him. Who led the 1922 March on Rome and made Italy one of the Axis powers? Sean.
Benito Mussolini.
That is right, Mussolini. For 25 points, Mussolini advocated what right-wing ideology named for a Roman symbol of power?
Fascism.
Right. For 50 points, Mussolini organized the Squadristi into what paramilitary group said to be an inspiration for Hitler's brown shirts?
The black shirts, right? Was it the red shirts?
I need your answer.
Black shirts.
That is right, the black shirts for 50 points. Here's your next toss-up. Calendars marking this period often have 25 little windows. For Catholics, and yes, Sandeep.
Christmas.
No. For Catholics and liturgical Protestants, the church year begins with what 4-week period of preparation for Christmas? You better know this, Archbishop Reardon.
Advent calendar.
That is right. For 25 points, what 29 or 30-day Islamic month is marked by fasting during daylight hours?
Ramadan.
That's right. And for 50 points, all of the Jewish high holidays, including Yom Kippur, fall into what first month of the Hebrew civil calendar? I need your answer.
No, sir.
It's Tishrei. Here's the next toss-up. They are composed of a set of randomly moving, non-interacting point particles. Which hypothetical gases exactly obey the law PV equals N? Yes, Sandeep.
Ideal gases.
Right, PV equals nRT. Mayonnaise and ketchup are examples of what kinds of colloids in which droplets of one liquid are dispersed within another?
Any ideas?
And your answer, Sandeep?
Heterogeneous.
Emulsions. Emulsions. Here's your next toss-up. It's what you use to write like a Babylonian. What do we call the wedge-shaped writing used on clay tablets in ancient... Yes, Michael.
Chisel.
No, in ancient Sumer and its successor civilizations.
Cuneiform. Does that sound right?
That's a form of writing. Like they're talking about like.
And your answer, Sandeep?
Cuneiform.
That is right. For 25 points, the modern Latin alphabet is a direct descendant of the alphabet developed by what civilization whose cities included Byblos and Tyre?
Mesopotamia. I'm going to go Mesopotamia.
And you're-
Mesopotamia.
No, it's Phoenicia. Here's your next toss-up. It has a French name meaning wooded. What's this most populous city in Idaho? Sandeep.
Boise.
Correct. For 25 points, Indiana State University is in which city on the Wabash River whose French name means high ground?
City in Indiana, right?
Indiana.
Indianapolis.
No, it's Terre Haute. Terre Haute. They were all French names. Next toss-up. It was predicted as early as 1960, but not finally observed until July 2012. What so-called God particle? Yes,
boson?
Evan?
Higgs boson.
Correct. For 25 points, the first observation of the Higgs boson took place at what Geneva facility that operates the Large Hadron Collider? You can talk it over. And your answer?
We're not sure.
The answer is CERN. CERN. The next toss-up question. It was created in 1867 during the rule of Franz Joseph. Archduke Franz Ferdinand, whose assassination sparked World War I, was heir to the throne of what Central European, yes, Sandeep?
Serbia.
No, what Central European dual monarchy? Reardon can steal it.
Austria.
I need more.
Austria-Hungary.
That's right. The dual monarchy was Austria and Hungary. For 25 points, Franz Ferdinand's assassination took place while he was on a tour of which city?
Don't know.
Sarajevo. The next toss-up. This company forbade the auctioning of spells, incantations, and curses in 2012. Jeffrey Skoll and Meg Whitman were the first two presidents of what Yes, Sandeep.
eBay.
That's right. For 25 points, users can become mayors after checking in at venues on what site created by Dennis Crowley?
Foursquare.
For 25 points, that's correct. For 50 points, the Occupy movement slogan, "We are the 99%, originated on what microblogging site founded by David Karp?
Oh, that could be right.
And your
You
answer?
defer?
Anonymous?
No, it was Tumblr. Tumblr. The next toss-up question. In 1741, Moravians founded this city, which became a center of the steel industry. What Pennsylvania city shares its name with the birthplace of Jesus? Sean.
Bethlehem.
Bethlehem, right. For 25 points, a Cockney corruption of the name Bethlehem is said to be the origin of what word that means chaos or madness?
What words mean chaos? Bethel? Defer.
Bethel.
Bedlam. Bedlam. The next toss-up. Mayor Big Bill Thompson was among officials bribed by this Chicago gangster. Who was this future? Yes, Michael.
Al Capone.
Correct. For 25 points, Capone got revenge on Bugs Moran at what February 1929 event where gunmen disguised as police faked a raid?
Valentine's Day Massacre.
Correct. For 50 points, Al Capone was eventually convicted of what surprisingly nonviolent federal crime?
Tax evasion.
You got 50 points. Here's your next toss-up. He was the last Whig to win a presidential election. Who was the victorious general at the Battle of Buena Vista? Yes, Josh.
Zachary Taylor?
Correct. For 25 points, which president died at San Francisco's Palace Hotel in 1923 during his Voyage of Understanding tour?
Harding.
Correct. And for 50 points, which president was assassinated by Charles Guiteau in 1881?
Okay, it's not Lincoln. It's not Kennedy. Garfield. Garfield.
For 50 points, you got it. Here's your next toss-up. The Seven Pillars of Wisdom was written by this British archaeologist who led rebels against the Ottoman Empire. On film, Peter O'Toole played what officer known as of Arabia? Yes, Michael.
Lawrence.
That's right. For 25 points, this admiral defeated the French fleet at the Battle of the Nile. 7 years later, who won a similarly crushing victory at Trafalgar? Your answer? That was Horatio Nelson. That is the end of the round. 105 for Reardon, 165 for Comet. We'll be right back with the final round of this match. We are back, and let's give a hand to the coaches for both our teams. First, from Archbishop Reardon, Mr. John Albach. And from Carlmont, Patricia Braunstein. Thank you so much, coaches, for all you do. And now we are going to go to the catch-up round. We find Archbishop Reardon is behind 105 to 165. So I'm going to name 3 categories. Pick which category you would like. You will get 7 questions, each worth 30 points. And if you give me 7 correct answers, you will score a 100-point bonus as well. The categories today are marine creatures, WW, and where's the masterpiece? Which category do you guys want?
WW.
WW. All right. These are all words that contain 2 W's in them. All right? Here's the first one. A secret illegal ship passenger.
Stowaway.
A stowaway is right. A machine used for cutting grass.
Lawnmower.
Right. A deep Chinese bow while kneeling.
Don't know.
We call that a kowtow. An instrument like a oboe or a bassoon. We're looking for the genus of instrument that contains the oboe or the bassoon.
Woodwind.
That is right, a woodwind. Causing embarrassment or lacking grace. We say somebody is
Don't know.
awkward. Awkward. Birds like ducks that live around rivers and lakes are part of a genus of birds called?
No.
These are waterfowl. And finally, it is the opposite of leeward in sailing.
Wayward.
Windward is correct, so you've earned 225 points. All right, Archbishop Reardon, you took the lead. Caramont, you need 2 answers to tie, 3 to win, and you may choose from either marine creatures or where's the masterpiece?
We're going to go with marine creatures.
Marine creatures, all right. I'm going to give you some questions about marine creatures. Ready? What kind of marine creature was Sebastian in The Little Mermaid?
Crab, right?
Crab or lobster? I think lobster.
Lobster.
Crab.
Crab.
Your answer?
Crab.
That is right. You need one more question to tie. Who did Lewis Carroll pair with a carpenter? Marine creature that Lewis Carroll paired with a carpenter. Your answer?
The eel.
It was a walrus. What marine creature is the most common source of pearls?
Oh,
Oyster.
oyster.
You have tied the game. One more correct answer will win you the game. Which marine creature is often served in a Newburgh or Thermidor style?
Lobster.
Lobster, yeah.
Lobster.
Yum, yum, you've won the game. 255 to 225. Thank you. We'll see both teams in the future episodes, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.